In the light of Buddhism, wisdom is the star that no shadow can ever extinguish. Have you ever wondered why, no matter what's thrown at you, you somehow rise above with grace, almost as if the universe itself is moving the pieces in your favor? People watch in silence, some in awe, others in disbelief, as you checkmate every scheme against you. Not with anger, but with wisdom, patience, and style. This is the path of the chosen ones. In Buddhism, such victories are never about crushing others, but about mastering yourself, your mind, your heart, your light. Today we uncover 8 powerful lessons for the chosen ones. Lessons that prove why your journey cannot be undone and why your presence itself is a move no one can counter. Lesson 1. The universe protects the pure-hearted. In Buddhism, intention is everything. A heart that walks with truth and compassion becomes aligned with the Dharma, the natural law of the universe. When you are pure in your actions, even if the world tries to harm you, unseen forces begin to work in your favor. Obstacles that were meant to destroy you suddenly clear from your path. Enemies who plotted against you find themselves trapped by their own schemes. It may not always happen instantly, but with patience, you will see the pure-hearted are never left unprotected. It's like a lotus flower growing out of muddy water. No matter how much darkness surrounds it, the lotus rises untouched, blooming in its own divine time. This is why the chosen ones walk with calm confidence. They know that their strength is not in force, but in alignment. Because when your heart is pure, the universe itself becomes your shield. Lesson 2. Your light exposes their shadows. When you carry light within you, you don't need to fight battles directly. Your very presence begins to reveal what others are trying to hide. In Buddhism, truth is like a flame. Even the smallest candle can expose the deepest darkness of a cave. In the same way, your authenticity shines so brightly that those living in deception feel exposed without you saying a single word. This is why chosen ones often face resistance, jealousy, or even hatred. It's not because you've done them wrong. It's because your light shows them the truth about themselves, and not everyone is ready to face that. But remember, their shadows do not diminish your brightness. In fact, the darker the surroundings, the more radiant your light appears. The Buddha taught that truth naturally unmasks illusion. And so, when you live with honesty, compassion, and awareness, you checkmate those who thrive on lies. Not with force, but simply by being who you are. Lesson 3. Compassion is strength, not weakness. In a world that glorifies power, control, and dominance, compassion is often mistaken for weakness. But in Buddhism, compassion, karuna, is the highest form of strength. Anyone can lash out in anger. Anyone can seek revenge. But it takes true mastery of the mind and heart to meet cruelty with kindness, to meet hostility with calm, and to forgive when the ego demands retaliation. The chosen ones understand this truth. Compassion does not mean allowing others to harm you. It means refusing to let hatred live inside you. When you respond with compassion, you disarm the enemy without ever raising a weapon. You rise above the game they wanted you to play. Think of water. It is soft, gentle, and yielding. Yet over time, it carves through mountains and wears down stone. That is the quiet power of compassion. This is why, when you move with mercy instead of malice, people said you had checkmated them with style. Because while they wasted energy plotting harm, you remained anchored in love, and that love became your unshakable strength. Lesson 4. Karma balances all things. One of the most profound teachings of Buddhism is the law of karma, the truth that every action, word, and thought carries energy, and that energy always returns to its source. For the chosen ones, this law is not a reason to fear, but a reason to walk with peace. You do not need to chase revenge. You do not need to waste energy proving yourself right, because karma never forgets. The Buddha compared karma to a seed. When you plant seeds of kindness, patience, and truth, life eventually rewards you with abundance and peace. But when others plant seeds of deception, harm, and hatred, those seeds too must grow. And when they do, they bear the fruit of suffering. This is why you have been able to checkmate them without lifting a finger. While they schemed against you, the very weight of their actions began pulling them down. You stood still, anchored in Dharma, and life itself moved the board in your favor. Sometimes it seems slow, but karma is like a shadow. It may follow quietly, but it never leaves. Even when hidden, it waits for the right moment to return balance. And when it does, the scales of justice tilt in perfect harmony. So if you have ever felt betrayed, misunderstood, or unfairly attacked, remember this: the universe does not ignore truth. Every arrow they threw at you circles back, while every pure intention you release comes back multiplied. For the chosen ones, karma is the silent protector. You don't need to scream, you don't need to fight, you don't need to prove. You only need to walk your path with integrity, and the law of balance will handle the rest. This is why your victory is effortless. This is why it cannot be undone. Lesson 5. Challenges shape the chosen ones. Every chosen one carries scars, but these scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of survival, of transformation, of growth. In Buddhism, suffering is not seen as punishment, but as a teacher. The Buddha himself said, "The lotus blooms in muddy water." Without the mud, the lotus could never rise. Without challenges, the chosen one could never awaken to their true strength. Think of your own life. Every betrayal, every setback, every heartbreak, though painful, refined you. The fire that others thought would destroy you only burned away what no longer served you. What was left was your essence, resilient, unshakable, radiant. The chosen ones are not shaped in comfort, but in storms. While others crumble under pressure, you discovered something deeper, that within you is a strength greater than any obstacle, that your soul is forged, not fragile. Buddhism teaches that trials are opportunities to cultivate paramitas, the perfections of patience, wisdom, generosity, and compassion. Every challenge was training, preparing you for the role you were destined to play. This is why you can now checkmate others with calm and grace. They are playing checkers, but life has trained you in the wisdom of chess. Their struggles are short-term battles, but your challenges have prepared you for the long game. So do not curse your hardships. They were never meant to break you. They were sculpting you, polishing you, making sure that when your moment arrived, you would be ready to shine without fear. The chosen ones rise not in spite of challenges, but because of them. Lesson 6. The Sangha stands with you. One of the greatest blessings in Buddhism is the Sangha, the community of truth seekers, those who walk the path of Dharma together. For the chosen ones, this is a reminder. You are never truly alone. Even in your darkest nights, even when it feels like the whole world has turned its back on you, there are forces, both seen and unseen, standing with you. The Buddha taught that the Sangha is like a raft carrying us across the turbulent river of life. When the waves rise, when doubts flood the heart, it is the Sangha that helps us stay afloat. Sometimes this comes in the form of real companions, mentors, friends, or spiritual family who remind you of your light. Other times, the Sangha is unseen, ancestors, protectors, enlightened beings, or simply the invisible energy of truth surrounding you. Chosen ones often face isolation. People misunderstand you, envy you, or even plot against you. But what they forget is that you are never standing by yourself. Every time you choose patience over anger, every time you walk with integrity when no one is watching, the energy of the awakened aligns with you. The Sangha whispers, "Do not fear, you are walking with us." Even if the world tries to silence you, the Sangha amplifies your voice. Even if enemies gather against you, the Sangha strengthens your spirit. This is why you move with such calm confidence. They wonder how you can stand so firm, but they cannot see who stands beside you. Think of a single candle. Alone it seems fragile. A breeze could extinguish it. But when that candle is joined by 1,000 others, the darkness has no chance. That is the power of the Sangha. The chosen ones win not by isolation, but by connection. And this connection is not limited to physical people around you. When you live aligned with Dharma, you are supported by the collective strength of countless awakened beings across time and space. So remember, even if you feel alone in this world, you are never walking alone. The Sangha stands with you, and their presence ensures that no darkness, no scheme, no whisper against you will ever prevail. This is why your journey is unstoppable. This is why your victory cannot be undone. Lesson 7. You are a star, destined to shine. Every chosen one carries within them a light that cannot be dimmed. It does not matter how much darkness surrounds you, how many storms try to break you, or how many people attempt to silence you. A star does not need permission to shine. It simply shines because it was born to. In Buddhism, the Buddha often reminded his disciples that truth, like the sun and the moon, cannot be hidden for long. Clouds may cover the sky, but the light remains waiting for the moment to reveal itself again. In the same way, your destiny cannot be buried. You may have been underestimated, betrayed, or pushed aside, but the light within you continues to grow until it breaks through every shadow. Chosen ones often live misunderstood. People project their fears and insecurities onto you because your very existence challenges the illusions they cling to. But understand this: their judgment does not define you. Their rejection does not lessen you. Their attempts to contain you cannot stop you, because your path is not written by them. It is written by the Dharma, the universal law of truth. And when Dharma guides your steps, no obstacle can erase your destiny. Think of the night sky. The deeper the darkness, the brighter the stars appear. In the same way, the challenges and betrayals you have faced were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to set the stage for your brilliance. Without the night, the star cannot be seen. Without struggle, your light could never inspire. This is why people whisper about you, why they say you've checkmated them with style. It's not because you fought with aggression, it's because you simply rose above. While they were tangled in lies, you kept rising in truth, and that rise cannot be undone. You are a star, not meant to blend in, but to guide. Stars do not compete with one another, they illuminate. And you too are destined to illuminate the path for others who are lost in darkness. So stand firm in your light. Do not shrink, do not doubt, do not hide. The universe placed this light within you for a reason, and no matter how much the shadows resist, you are destined to shine, brilliantly, endlessly, fearlessly. This is the power of the chosen ones. This is why your presence is unforgettable. This is why your journey cannot be undone. Lesson 8. Detachment brings true freedom. One of the deepest truths in Buddhism is that attachment is the root of suffering. We cling to people, to possessions, to outcomes, to identities, and in that clinging, we create chains for ourselves. The tighter we hold, the more pain we invite when life inevitably changes, as it always does. The chosen ones understand this lesson well. They have suffered, they have lost, they have been betrayed, and through it all, they discovered that the only way to remain unshaken is through detachment. But make no mistake, detachment is not coldness. It is not shutting down your heart or refusing to love. True detachment means you can love deeply without being enslaved by that love. You can give freely without expecting in return. You can live fully in this moment without being crushed when the moment passes. The Buddha taught, attachment is the root of suffering, and yet he also taught compassion, kindness, and love. How do these truths exist together? Because detachment doesn't kill love, it purifies it. When you are detached, your love is no longer rooted in fear of loss, but in freedom. It becomes unconditional. The chosen ones are tested in this. People try to control them with manipulation, with guilt, with fear, but they cannot be bound. Why? because they have learned to walk away without bitterness, to release without regret, and to trust that what is meant for them will never require them to cling. Detachment is strength. It is saying, I do not need to possess this to value it. I do not need to hold this forever to cherish it now. And this is why your enemies fail to checkmate you. They try to trap you in illusions, to make you depend on them, to tie you down with expectations. But when you have mastered detachment, their chains fall useless at your feet. Think of the sky. The clouds may gather, thunder may roar, storms may rage, but the sky itself remains untouched, vast and free. The chosen ones live like the sky. They allow clouds to come and go, but they never mistake the clouds for who they truly are. In this freedom, you discover peace. In this freedom, you discover power, because the one who is not bound by fear of loss can never truly be defeated. This is why detachment is not weakness, but the highest form of liberation. It is the crown of the chosen ones. And once you wear it, no one can ever undo your freedom. And so, these 8 lessons remind us of a truth that cannot be shaken. The chosen ones are not defined by the battles they face, but by the way they rise above them. Protected by the universe, guided by compassion, carried by the Sangha, and strengthened by karma. They cannot be defeated. Every challenge has shaped you. Every shadow has revealed your light. Every attempt to break you has only proven that you are unbreakable. Remember this, you are not here to blend in. You are here to shine. And no amount of noise, envy, or deception can undo what destiny has already written for you. As the Buddha taught, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. Your light is your fire. Let it burn. Let it guide. Let it inspire. So walk your path with courage. Know that you have already checkmated the darkness, not with force, but with wisdom and grace. And that victory can never be undone. Soft pause, music fades out. If these lessons touched your soul, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Buddhism and wisdom, where we continue to bring you teachings that awaken your light.